and I really like the name.
Orientation. Yes. Welcome. This
Welcome.
is me. I mean, you've seen me before, but this is your orientation. Now you get to experience this spectrum.
Yeah. Hey, and welcome back to the Top 5 with LaMusicJunkie, which is me. And today we are at the lovely AMP Studios in Westlands. And I am here with a very bubbly, versatile female artist from Kenya. This artist, she's a dancer, she's a singer, she's a rapper, she's a teacher. And she's performed all over Nairobi, Kwanzia Choices. Do you remember Choices? Michael Joseph Center, and even Gig Dynamics. And she calls herself an Afreakan Artist. And she, she can go from sultry to party real quick. I'm talking about none other than Aurie Musiq.
Woo!
Karibu sana.
Thank you. Maua.
Shanga na
kabisa.
vigelegele.
Yeah.
First of all, let's just start with your name. It's such a unique name.
Yeah.
I do not know any other Aurie in this world.
Yes.
So where did that name come from?
Funny story.
Yes.
So I used to be Catholic.
Okay.
Yes.
Back in them days.
Yeah, back in them days.
Yeah.
And you need to go through what they call confirmation. So we were told to choose a saint's name. And so it's short for Aurelia. Saint Aurelia. Yeah. So this is the saint who will guide you, who you can pray to intercede for you. So I chose Saint Aurelia. Yeah, then I'm, just my creative self. It's like, this can be Aurie. yeah. Na hiyo ndio jina ikastick.
So was it Aurie from back then? Did it become Aurie when you now discovered you're an artist?
Okay, it's been Aurie from back then. Yes.
Nice choice.
My discovery of artistry came at a very young age. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. So I was just that annoying child singing all the time for everyone. Still to this day. Yeah.
You were Aurie from the beginning.
Yes.
Awesome. So today we'll talk about your top 5 songs, and you've been making music, well, according to my stalking, Kwanzia 2017. There was Never Ever.
Yes.
Your Karege song. Do you want to tell people what Never Ever is about?
Yes, I really do. It's a song I love a lot. And I like to drink.
Hey,
yeah.
You're not the only one?
I'm not. Watu wa masipi cups.
Yes.
Cups in the air.
Yeah.
So there was a time I think I drank Jameson. Oh. And I had like some wine.
Yeah.
And I woke up with a nasty hangover. You're still young. You're mixing everything.
Yeah.
This is before your palate develops and now, you have your taste. So I was just in the studio and I'm, telling like the producer, man, I'm never drinking again.
Never ever.
All the time.
Yeah.
You wake up like with this hanging and you're telling yourself, Mimi Pombe nimewacha, I'm never drinking again. And I was there with another rapper in the studio called Junaya.
Yeah.
And there was this instrumental I had shared with the producer. So he's just like, Junaya starts, never, ever, never, ever. I swear I'm never drinking again. I'm like, that's it.
Yes.
That's the hook.
Yes.
So we need to start on this.
Yeah.
And so now the song just explains the story of we start drinking. Give me 1, give me 2, give me 3, maybe some more. And we keep going.
Yeah.
And the chorus, I'm never drinking again. Then in verse 2, but we'll do it again. Because there you find yourself a few days later. Maze Aurie uko wapi? Form imetokea. We jilete tu, sijali. So I'll be there still drinking to date. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
Yeah, and I like the reggae vibe of it. It really, because your other songs are not reggae, they're other styles. So it starts off your versatility,
Yeah.
And that song also reminds me of Kwenijana Kuliendaje.
Yes,
Because in the end, anarudi too. Hata kama akumbuki what happened. Never Ever, I think, is such a relatable song for many Kenyans.
Many.
Yeah.
And it's so relevant because on my timeline, the number of people I just see like, man, I'm never drinking again.
Yeah.
And there I'll go, that's the song for you.
Shikilia hii kwanza.
Shikilia tu hiyo.
I swear I'm never drinking again. Say never, 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 ever, never, ever, never, 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 ever, never, ever. I swear I'm never drinking again. Yeah, as I was also stalking, I saw that you chose music over a law career.
Yes.
Ebu niambie about that.
So I studied law.
Hey, you're not the only one. Kuna wengi.
In fact, lately kumekuwa na hate speech ya lawyers, but it's cool. You know.
So ulimaliza, like you did the whole...
I just did my 4 years at the university.
Yeah.
So when I was done, that's when I was like, I want to do music professionally. Like, this is what I've always wanted. I was called to KU to do theater, arts, and film, and I really wanted to go. But of course, my dad is like, no.
African parents.
Just do something more reasonable that will have your opportunities open up. Yeah. So, you know, of course, I'm young and I look up to my dad, and his advice we went with the advice, like, you know, dad is right.
Yes.
So I did law. I didn't regret it.
Okay.
Yeah, I still like it. You get to know something about everything. Yeah. So
kuna knowledge wasted.
No, none at all.
I mean, even I didn't study journalism, but look at us now.
Look at you now. And this is quite journalistic.
It
is.
In
the same way that there's law in music, in entertainment. So there's something for me. Just that now I'm not an advocate.
Yes.
Having gone, because for an advocate, you need to go to KSL, get your paper. So I'm a lawyer.
Yes.
Not an advocate. Yes, there's a difference.
How is law helping you in your music career then?
I know a lot about copyright. Okay. At least what to look out for. But I'll still, because copyright governs what I do. Things, works of creativity. Yeah. Then if it's an invention, that would be a patent. Yeah.
Hey,
if it's like
you know a few things.
Go on. I see you're walking in. Then if it's like a logo or something, that's your trademark. So for me, copyright applies to me and the work I do.
Yeah.
So it's helped me be knowledgeable, what to look out for. However, I'll still consult my fellow advocates because they know now exactly what to look out for. Yeah, because when you go complaining, Mr. Key, someone will remove the contract. Sasa unaona hapa. This line that you didn't see. That statement. Yeah. That's what.
So you still need the professional.
You still need the professional.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, Never Ever, that was 2018.
Yes.
Then 2019, you released 2 songs. I really like Fanya Mambo. Why I like Fanya Mambo? First of all, the chorus, you know. Nafanya mambo, hamjambo.
Jambo hujambo.
Yes.
Jambo hujambo. Tumekuja kufanya mambo. Hey, hey.
Yes. And just the dance video, like you really went in,
all
you know,
out,
like you're in this junkyard. But then I've never seen a junkyard in Kenya. I thought that was like an American thing.
No, it's just along Mombasa Road.
Okay.
And funny story, after we finished filming that day, the guy who owns the junkyard comes to us and he's like, I really like when young people are putting effort and I like the music. So you know what? You don't have to pay. Because there was a fee that we had to pay to use the space for the day. So it's just like I've forfeited the pay. You guys just go, and we were so touched. It was so touching. Yeah.
Kujituma in a payoff.
Imagine.
Yeah. And I like the dance video. I like that you also did bloopers. You know, there's a BTS video.
Behind the scenes.
I mean, it's like, I feel like you did the most with that song.
Yes.
You know, and also there's this thing I saw called your Fanya Mambo story. Can you tell us what's that about?
This is about everywhere we go even what you're doing now,
Yes.
unafanya mambo.
Really?
Having this podcast, having this team of amazing people with you, wanafanya mambo.
Yes.
So that was the inspiration behind it. Like in whatever you do, we fanya mambo. Na ufanye mambo yako kabisa.
Yeah.
So that's now how we came up with the fanya mambo stories. And now we like talk to a few dancers, like share your story.
Yeah.
What does your art mean to you? Or in general, if you're a taxi driver, what does that mean to you? I'm a farmer. So unajua everyone in their little ways or big ways wanafanya mambo. Yeah. So fanya mambo.
This song is just like encouraging everyone to just do your thing.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Actually, that's it. Do your thing.
So come give it to me some more. Oh, come give me some more. Give it to me some more. Oh, jumbo, 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 jumbo. Tumekuja kufanya mambo. Hey, 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 hey. Jumbo, 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 jumbo. Tumekuja kufanya mambo. Hamjambo, hatujambo.
Sawa. Yeah, and you've been doing your thing since then. And then ilikuwa, I mean, of course, 2020 happened.
Don't even
nisirudishe. Let me not bring back those memories.
Dark times.
Okay, we are okay. But no, I just maybe one question. What's one lesson you learned from that whole experience?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
One lesson I learned is to take the time to reflect. Because now even studios were not operational. You know, we use the microphones, the social distancing. So we were still trying to figure out how are things going to happen. Will we be spraying sanitizer into the microphone, you know?
Yeah.
So in that period there was no buzz of activity. It was a really good time to like reflect and, you know, meditate and sit and really think about, okay, what do I want as an artist? Where do I want to be? How, and like sources of income were affected, especially from performing and touring. So like, you know, can I be creative with how I'm earning my money? But it was mostly a very reflective period. Yeah, and a lot of writing.
All right.
Yeah.
Songwriting?
A lot of songwriting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so is that where Orientation, your EP came from?
Yes.
Was that the birth?
That was the birth of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had been writing, and then I was like, I want to do a project as opposed to singles, which are still okay. But now I wanted like a body of work. And I thought an EP is a good start.
Yeah. And
in the EP, it's very versatile because you get to see different sides of me.
Yes.
And that's why I refer to myself as a songwriter. Because a songwriter, you'll just give them whatever, a composition, a track.
Yeah.
And they'll just write.
Ataangusha tu mabaz.
Ataangusha tu. Mpatie ballad, mpatie gengeton, ataandika tu. Yeah. So that's where I had that time to be like, yeah, I want to do this project. Yeah. Then it was released August 2021.
True that. And I really like the name. Orientation.
Yes. Welcome. This is me. I mean, you've seen me before, but this is your orientation. Now you get to experience this spectrum.
Yeah. Your different styles, your different vibes.
My vibes.
And first of all, I like the first song, you know, the intro song.
Yeah.
Because it's this guy being like, oh, welcome to your orientation.
Yes.
And we're in the auditorium.
Auditorium, actually.
Auditorium. Yeah, like you really played with that, with that Aurie vibe.
Yeah.
And as you're saying, there are very many different styles. There's a gengeton song. There's a amapiano type song. There's soul. And going to the third song, because, you know, this is the top 5. Let me tell you my orientation into...
How did it go?
So, how I knew about you and the EP, there's this guy called Tafari. also known as Akili Huru.
Huru.
Yes, he's a graphic designer. He's a videographer. Really cool guy. I mean, I knew him because he's worked with A-Rosh. If you've listened to Fire EP, and he did the visuals for that whole EP.
Yeah, the entire EP.
He's done folk fusion, footage. Like, mad guy.
So creative.
So creative.
Extremely.
So good.
He's like a fountain of creativity.
Yeah, so late last year, this is, I think, December 2021, he sends me just a link on DM. It goes down in the DM.
It go down.
It go down in the DM. So he sends me this link. He's like, I did this video, check it out. So mini nani, lazima niende ni click link. Unajua? And I'm seeing this video, this sultry video. So many candles and red
and the red
and honey just dripping everywhere. I'm like, vibes. Like, it's so sultry from the song to the visuals. And of course, the song is called Honey.
Kissing.
Yes. And I mean, you also brought back that song,
Yeah. Na, sitting on a tree. Kissing.
But now in a sultry vibe, ebu tuangushie ako chorus, because I love, ama nikuanzishie kama choir master.
Please, take it away so that we see the orientation worked.
Kama ili work. Okay, so like, honey, me and you and me, sitting on a tree. Kissing. Honey, me and you and me, sitting on a tree. Kissing. Hey.
Yeah.
That's Honey, one of my favorite songs, man. Acha nilieka. There's this playlist I made, Stepping into 2022.
Into 2022, like,
yeah. And that was, that's a song for stepping into 2022. It's like the best of last year, let it propel you into this new year. And that song, I mean, what is Honey about other than, for you, what space were you in when you were writing Honey? Was there someone in mind,
Yes. More like a situation.
Hey.
I was...
Hey, tell us.
The juice.
Yes.
You ain't getting nowhere else.
Drip the honey.
Oh, ooh. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
So I was just like, again, reflecting. This is the period of reflection. And I'm like, I think people underestimate the art or the beauty of a good kiss.
Preach, sister.
Right?
Yeah.
And, it's a good kiss is so powerful and can take you from like level 20 to 1,000 very fast.
Yeah.
If it's done right.
Yeah.
And it should be. Kissing is an art and very important. Yeah. And it's very intimate. And so I was just like, is there a way like I can communicate and express how I really like a good kiss or kissing in general as an intimate, way to share with your partner or whoever, And then that's when Honey came up. So already I was working with Alice at the time. She's called Alice Ragui. And we were just sitting. So we had the conversation. I want to do this project. Okay, play me what you have.
Yeah.
And the tracks came on and I'm like, what's
one.
that?
Yeah.
That one.
Yes.
So for me, it doesn't take long. It takes about like a few seconds. And I'm like, that's what I want to write to. She's like, okay, this track is taken by someone else. And I begged and I'm like, please just find out if she still needs it. Because the artist who worked on it flew out, went to another country.
Yeah.
And she came back with the good news a few days later. Like, so she's decided it's okay, you can have the track. And I'm like, yes! This is my moment. So I sat with the track and I reflected and I'm like, this is the one that's going to have talk about kissing.
Yes.
Yeah. So the chorus is what came to me first. The honey, me and you and me. And now putting in the rhyme we used to sing as as kids, you know,
Yes.
flani na nani, sitting on a tree.
Eh.
First comes love, then comes marriage. So I took that first part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how I want to tell the people that I really appreciate a good kiss and a good kisser. Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
You're not the only one.
Oh. I hope not.
Hey, you're on the soundtrack,
You
by
too?
the way. Please dedicate that song to any good kisser.
Yes, yes.
And thank you, Alice, for letting Aurie use that track. That song, it's just perfect for a
Yeah.
kissing song.
You know, exactly. For any moment.
Yeah.
Me and you and me, sitting on a tree. KISSING. Honey, me and you and me, sitting on a tree. KISSING. Ujumbe zetu nasoma kwenye rununu.
Awesome. So that's Honey, my favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I had you perform it at Urban Burger, their open mic, and I was so blown away.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh,
That's
Mungu
wonderful.
ameniona. She brought Aurie to the stage to sing my favorite song. How better can this day get?
You know, and then a live rendition.
Yes.
Exactly.
And you sounded so amazing.
Thank
you know,
you.
it's so good when you hear a song you like by a musician, and then when they perform it, it sounds just as good, if not better. You know, like your expectations are met.
Yeah. You're like, she didn't disappoint.
Yeah. Anaweza fanya both.
Yes.
So I really appreciated that. And another song that you sang that day, which I also really like, I Remember Me.
I Remember Me.
So I had not heard this song before, but after that show, I went and listened to the EP. And why I like this song is, you know, it's like a breakup song. But other than being like, oh, I'm sad. Oh, why did you leave me? Or, oh, this. It's like, you know, after all this, it's an opportunity for me to remember myself.
Yeah. I'm the constant in this situation.
Yes.
And, you know, trying to forget or like, I'll forget this and this situation that happened, it's actually more dangerous. So you need to remember in healthy ways. And one of those ways is remember yourself. Yeah, I was in this situation, but I came out of it and I'm still here. So I'm going to choose, instead of forgetting you, instead of forgetting what happened, I'm going to remember myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose myself and be gentle on myself and just really take time with yourself, because every day you're growing, you're changing, you're evolving. You're not the same person you were just 5 minutes ago. So that's how I Remember Me came to be.
Yeah, like put the focus on you.
On you.
Yeah.
And fun enough, while we were working on the project, we at the time we really didn't we had hope in the song, but we were just like, okay, maybe it'll just be one of those songs like in the EP. People won't really
connect with it.
Or it'll, you know, we thought
it's
maybe
like a filler song.
Yeah, like a filler song.
Yeah.
And it was like the most listened to song on the day the EP dropped.
Wow.
And it was just so profound that it connected with guys the way it did. So out here, people also need that. They need to be reminded that be you and remember yourself.
I love that message. And I also like the instrumental.
Yes.
Like it has some chill amapiano vibes.
It's like Kapuka. Met Afro House, met Amapiano, and they were all like, yo, let's make a cake. And then the cherry was the lyrics.
Yeah.
That's why nimeamua kujichagua, kujikumbuka badala ya kusahau, badala ya kusahau. 'Cause I am coming back to myself, coming back to my senses, comfortable in my skin. I remember me. I remember me.
did that? Who?
Alice. Alice was the primary producer, I'd say,
Of the whole EP?
of the whole EP.
Got it.
And the main tracks she produced were Honey and I Remember Me. Then the other producers, Itabidi Kumaintain, Ben Deuri.
Yes.
And then we have Dearly Beloved, Dunia Duara, and The Cure were initially done by another producer called Karim.
Yes.
And then now we just carried the...
Karim Mondi?
Yes.
Karim
Mondi.
Namjua.
Come on, Namjua. That's my boy. He did Fanya Mambo, did Take Me Away.
I saw him in Fanya Mambo. I thought I saw him in one of your videos.
Yeah, pushing the wheelbarrow.
Yes. He's also such an amazing
phenomenal
musician.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so adaptable. He's fantastic. Yeah. I could talk about him the whole day. So let's just cap it there.
Usijali, tutamuita show yake, the top 5. But I'm glad that you're working with different people. And last but not least, number 5. Is Dunia Duara. So let me tell you, I love this song. First of all, it's very catchy.
Yes.
You'll never get too far.
Did it ever get you far? 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 Dunia Duara.
And for me, it reminds me of What Goes Around Comes Around. Hey, Justin Timberlake fans, I see you.
Karma.
Yes, it's about karma. It's like, you umefanya hivi, you've done all this, but
the world is a cycle.
Yes.
As is it Richie Spice would sing?
Yes. So my question is, who hurt you?
Ooh, girl.
Nani ali-inspire mpaka
I was so angry at the time. While still doing deep in the midst of theater, think things would I got to a point of I was so frustrated and so angry because I felt like I'm putting in all this work and it feels like, it's leading to nothing. And then at the time, the people around, I just felt so, I was really upset.
Yeah.
And I just said, okay. And of course, I had this instrumental.
Yes.
At the time.
Yeah.
Of course, but we reworked it and composed the song afresh and put it together. So I'm also actually a co-producer on the song. And I just started, will it ever get you far? And, I'm just like, dunia ni duara, unajua?
Yeah.
And of course, again, the hook came first.
Yes.
Did it ever get you far? So I'm just like, I'm going to say that. And at the end of it, dunia duara. And I just channeled all that anger into the song, into the writing. And I said, the best way for me to deal with a lot of the things that happen in my life is through writing and creating or just expressing myself creatively. And that's how Dunia Duara came to be. Yeah, so it was an outlet for me at the time. And it helped me cope.
Awesome.
Because otherwise I don't think I was gonna... I would have made it, but not the way I did after finally writing the song and being like, okay, it's out. Yeah, because sometimes you just need to let that really pent up energy can get a lot. You need to let it out. So whether it's through exercise, through walking. So for me, that was how the excess energy just came out through the song.
Nice.
Yeah.
So healthy ways of dealing with your emotions,
yes,
as you're saying.
You need to find about it. Pray about it if you pray. Exercise if you exercise. If you're into breaking plates.
Or screaming or punching
going to
bag.
a field and scream and punch a punch bag. But just have that. It can really build up to levels that get crazy. So you at least unleash some of it. Then you leave space to okay, maybe I can deal with this.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't as bad as how I had seen it.
Yeah.
But then, of course, how you still feel at the time is very relevant. Don't dismiss it.
Really. Even the song reminds me of, there's this song. Have you heard an album called Odes by Queens?
Yes.
It's by Waithaka Entertainment.
Yes. I know. I think I've had it. It has Waithera.
Yes.
I remember. Yeah.
Yes, it has like 10 different songs, 10 different Kenyan female artists. So one of the songs is called Marafiki by Mela. And it's also about like Marafiki, Wanafiki, and I really like hearing such songs because I believe there are so many things to sing about.
Yes.
You can't just sing about love from A to Z. Kuna vitu mob zina happen.
Sana.
So
unaweza imba juu ya podcast.
Exactly. Unaweza imba kuhusu mama mboga. You can sing about Sewa Mjei. You can sing about
how happy you are after you've done your laundry.
Yeah. So
umepanguza hao. Una feel wow. I'm fulfilled.
Exactly. Na
Call a press conference.
Kuna mse ata relate because pia yeye anafanyanga hizo vitu. So I really love when I hear diversity, not just in sounds, but also in messages, So I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
What goes around comes around. And what goes up, baby, must come down. Did it ever get you far? 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 Dunia duara. Did it ever get you far? 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 Dunia duara.
So now, for me, those are my top 5. Were those good top 5?
Those were good top 5.
Yeah. I mean, if you have other top 5, let us know. Tafadhali.
Share with us.
I've been seeing through my stalking again that you've been performing a lot in Nairobi. And of course, you're an amazing performer. So I'm curious, what's next for Aurie in 2022? What are you looking forward to doing, to being?
Yeah. Wow. I'm looking forward to actually touring. Yeah, I'm looking forward to like taking the music to different parts of the country and the continent and just really interacting, experiencing different cultures, because travel does that to you. You go to a place and you realize, the world is bigger than how I've perceived it while being just in Kenya.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to being on the road.
I love that.
And collaborating with other artists.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Please add Kilifi to that tour.
For sure.
I can 100% vouch for
Kilifi.
Kilifi. Beneath the baobabs, distant relatives, terrace, ninyenye na waita, ninyenye. Awesome. And finally, what kind of support would you like to have? What support do you want from the universe, from people?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. The support would be to beyond streaming the music.
Yeah.
Because that's just like not even a fraction. It's like 0.0001% of income.
Yeah.
But mostly it's, guys to buy merchandise when it comes out and mostly show up.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's in showing up that we're able to connect. So in addition to all those things, and the power of sharing and commenting and reposting goes such a long way. It's so rewarding, and it really builds up someone's morale and career as well. So that's
awesome. Show up. And of course the EP, if you haven't listened to it, Orientation is online.
You need to get oriented.
Get oriented with Aurie. It's also on Hustle Sasa.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you like it, buy it. I always say that, like, first listen to the project. If you like it, go buy it.
Go buy it.
It's not that we are forcing you to go buy music.
Not really. But it would be nice if it translated from the streaming into you purchasing a copy, you buying a t-shirt, whatever merchandise an artist has. If they have a show, buy the ticket. Yeah. Even if it's free, turn up and come through,
Exactly. That's what matters. That's how an artist grows. And I'm looking really forward to your growth as an artist because you're so talented.
Wow.
You're so versatile. You're very fun.
Thank you.
Like on your IG and TikToks, really fun. And I just can't wait for you to soar. Yeah.
Ooh.
And we've come to the end of the top 5.
So soon.
So soon.
And it should have been like a top 10. But we'll have it at top. Soon. In a few years, we'll be saying top 10 in your top 10 songs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So go check out Aurie's music. All the links are in the show notes. And I'll see you in Kilifi.
Amen
and
to that. From your lips to God's ears.
To God.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Karibu.
You're such a wonderful and vibrant soul. So open, so comforting. It's been nice being in your presence. I'm feeling so good.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.